Day 4 here, guys. Good morning. Beautiful morning. We've been up for about an hour. We have site completely packed up. Alex is finishing up a little bit of filtering that we needed done. I had a couple of little things I was doing up here real quick. So we're gonna be on trail probably in the next 15-20 minutes. We both did need to apply some molly tape. She's still gotta get hers on. I've got mine on. I have a small blister. Well, not really blister, it's the beginning of a blister on that right ankle and also my right big toe. So I covered both those areas with molly tape. Feels pretty good. I went ahead and took a couple ibuprofen this morning. She took one, so maybe we can avoid any strain and pain on the trail here in a few minutes. I'm gonna stretch really good before we get going because we do have that initial incline, like pretty much probably within the next 1/10 of a mile, 2/10 of a mile. And then we're going to power through these inclines and we're going to try to get that 10 miles today, guys. That's what we're really hoping for. The first 5 miles are going to be brutal. The last 5 will be pretty easy, and that's why we think we can do 10 miles today. But as far as the morning, it is beautiful waking up to this. I mean, it's always awesome to wake up on trail to a beautiful morning. Sun's out, blue sky. You can't really see it through the trees except maybe over in here, but yeah, there's no clouds. It's comfortable. It's in the upper 60s, so it got actually a little bit cooler than they were expecting because the lows were actually supposed to be around 74, but I think that's probably because we're in the valley next to this creek. You know, you do get a little bit cooler, and that's nice to wake up to especially knowing we have so many miles to go and so much heavy lifting up these hills. Our packs are actually pretty light now because we've gotten rid of quite a bit of our food. We're getting started a little bit later. By the time we actually get on trail, it'll probably be 8 o'clock. We wanted to be out of here by 7:30, so, but it's okay. We actually slept in a little bit. Both of us were asleep by 10:30. Slept fairly well throughout the night. I woke up one time. I had scooted off my air mattress, was laying directly on the ground, so that kind of stunk, but I went right back to sleep probably maybe 15-20 minutes. Never heard anything in the woods last night. It was pitch black and completely quiet. So that was really nice. We did hear probably somebody's fire crackling out this way about 10:30. But that was the only thing we heard throughout the night. And by 11 o'clock, you know, like I said, we were asleep at 10:30 and never heard them again. So no big deal. So Alex is done filtering. Yay. Hi. I'm putting my life in your hands. You do realize that because I trust you to filter. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about getting diarrhea, right? Yeah. I taught her well. She knows how to do it now. So, oh, thank you. I'm carrying this in my pocket because somebody did contaminate one of my bottles yesterday.
Yet you still trust me to filter.
Nah, it was just a mistake. She didn't have the cap on this all the way, and I've actually done that a couple of times, but I've caught it before I've actually contaminated anything. So it's no big deal. It happens on the trail. And like I said, I could carry this in my pocket, and actually I kind of like this better than a smart water bottle because it has more give. So I may actually continue to do this. This may actually be something I'll do on trail. So that's kind of cool.
You're welcome.
But anyway, we're going to head and finish packing up, get her molly tape on her feet so she's comfortable for the day. That actually really is helping because that, especially my heel, was very sore. The big toe was starting to get sore last night when we got to site, so I hit both those up, and hopefully they'll work. So we'll see how it goes throughout the day, guys. We'll let you know. So guys, we've been on trail for about 40 minutes. We've knocked out about 1.25 miles, 1.5 miles, and that included a pretty substantial incline almost immediately after we left site. And now we're kind of flat and going down. We're going down into this valley next to a creek. And then we probably have our most substantial, as far as steep in-grade elevation gain of the day. And that will actually, once we complete that, we'll be about 1/10 of a mile from completing Orchards Fork. So it gives us a little motivation to say, hey, we've done Orchards Fork. So once we get up that incline, I can kind of give you a synopsis of what I think of Orchards Fork, the trail itself, and everything. But I'm kind of holding judgment till I do complete it. This is not a little bad area right through here. It's pretty flat, and it occasionally goes down, then it's flat. And spiderweb, First one of the day. Shut up. Good Lord, that was a bad one. Anyway, thought my eyes closed. But yeah, we're kind of making pretty good time this morning. It's on the inclines we get kind of hot, but on the flat and down it's not too bad. It's kind of comfortable. Still probably in the low 70s, so not too bad as far as temperature. We did pass on the top of the ridge up here a couple of other campsites. They were pretty nice. One of them was actually pretty large. It actually had 2 fire rings in it, so definitely a spot where maybe a couple of different people could share the site. But yeah, we're making it on here. We passed a group. They actually come through for a minute yesterday and filtered water where we were, and then they backtracked the direction that we're going, and they were filtering water as we left our site this morning. And they were talking about basically they had wanted the site we stayed in, and there were 3 of them, so I don't know if there'd been enough room if they wanted to share, but I take it they didn't want to share at all because they, like I said, backtracked and went up to one of these other sites that we just passed. But that's okay. They were kind of nice and polite about it. We kind of beat them by probably a couple hours to that site.
Yeah, we were there for about, I think, 2 hours or so, maybe 3.
Yeah, we were already completely set up by the time they showed up. There's a nice little rock outcropping. Looks like there's a little path down to it. I'm sure people go down there and probably crawl on it and stuff. We're not doing that because we're not brave. But yeah, it's kind of nice.
We are brave. We just want to pound out miles today.
Yeah, it's good to see. Actually, is that a fire ring right there? Looks like there's an actual, like a old fire ring that's kind of grown over, but there's a fire ring there, so people probably camp there. Really, you're not supposed to camp that close to the rock outcroppings. Yeah, that's a fire ring right there. So, it's not something we do. I mean, it's kind of neat. I mean, because that is kind of a nice scenic area to kind of camp, but you're not supposed to do it because, of course, more people camp there, it degrades the area. You don't want to degrade the area, it still goes back into account, leave no trace. So camping near rocks or the natural caves or stuff, you really shouldn't do it. And the thing is, if you get caught by a ranger sitting there, there are fines that you can incur. Of course, we haven't seen a ranger on the trail, but that don't mean they don't come through, because this trail, that's one thing I will say right now, is very well marked and very well maintained. I mean, very well maintained. I don't think we found an area where, it wasn't in good condition. And really we've only had 3 fallen trees. Well, actually 2 on this trail.
2 on this, and then there were several on the
North Country. Ooh.
Ooh, are you okay?
Yep, just slipped a little bit. All right, guys, it's getting a little steep, so I'm going to get off the camera here. This is that rock outcropping we just passed. I'll see if I can get down here to that at least, and then I'm going to put it away and so I don't fall. Oh, yeah, a little steep. Got a lot of rocks that are wanting to slide, so yeah, I think I can make it right through here a little bit for you guys. Yeah, another nice rock outcropping. That's actually a little bit larger than I thought it was from up there. So they actually use this path coming down that crap. I might know. So yeah, kind of pretty. You see a lot of this here. Of course, I think that's kind of what this area is known for, is the rock outcroppings here like this, and the weathering on these rocks and such. Seen this a few times, definitely. Yeah, it's flat right through here, so I can video a little bit more for you guys. Not so bad. See, we got to descend all the way down there, so this is going to be a steep descent here shortly, and then we go back up the other side, and that'll just about finish up Archer's Fork. we've made it over the smaller incline. You know, we inclined and now we've declined. We're getting ready to start up what's probably gonna be our biggest incline for the day, going straight up there. This is the path. We just crossed a small creek over here. If you guys, we kind of wish we would have known. If you guys decide you want to come out to Archer's Fork, just before you get to this large incline, there is a really, really nice campsite. I kind of glanced over here and saw it. Big fire ring, big area on pine needles that would have been nice to sit, you know, sit a tent on because it would have been flat and soft. You know, plenty of places to sit, plenty of trees for hammocks. Would have been really awesome, guys, if we could have camped here last night, because it would have taken a mile and a half off of what we're trying to do today too. But we had no idea it was here. My maps are definitely a little bit outdated, so we'll know next time if we decide we want to come out and do Archer's Fork, maybe in the fall when it's a little bit cooler and we can enjoy it a little bit more. We kind of got an idea on where some campsites are at in our head, so we know where we can camp going forward in the future, guys. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, we're going to knock out this incline and we'll be up here flat for about 2/10 of a mile, and then we will actually start into the North Country Trail. But we'll have completed Archer's Fork, and that's just another trail off the list, guys. So guys, we just knocked out what is probably the worst incline here at Archer's Fork, as well as the biggest one we'll do this trip. If you look, it comes through here, it goes way down there. That was steep. It was treacherous. There was a lot of rocks and roots that you kind of had to navigate. That's pretty rough. It took us about 10 minutes to get up. But we're up here now, and yeah, feeling a little bit better. We're going to kind of get some water because we definitely broke a heavy sweat. We do have a little incline over there, but that should put us to the top of this full-on incline. But we're going to kind of fill up on water a little bit, get some rehydration before we tackle that section there. That was, yeah, definitely had the legs burning, guys.
That honestly probably was one of the worst inclines I've done hiking, other than Summit River Gorge.
Yeah.
Like, that was rough.
That's even a little bit harder than that one section there at Zaleski, because at least it was still a little bit more of a grade and there was no rocks and stuff. If that had been muddy and wet,
we wouldn't have made it up here.
I don't know if we could have got up it, because it really is a very treacherous little area.
I mean, there are points when you're literally having to step your feet on the ground so that your knees are almost coming all the way up to your chest.
Yeah, it was knees to chest, definitely. But like I said, we got through it, so that's a accomplishment for the day.
Yeah. A little breeze coming.
Yeah, that's nice. So we're going to tackle this incline, get up here. We should be coming up on that service road, which will put us pretty much completing Archer's Fork, and we can hit back onto the North Country Road heading south. Well guys, we finally finished the incline and everything. This is Archer's Fork right here. And that's where we came into it. So we have completed Archer's Fork, guys. Totally awesome. 2 days ago we were heading that direction, just starting it. So yeah, definitely really enjoyed it. Archer's Fork is a nice area. It's a little strenuous in spots. Just nice to actually have completed that. Now we're gonna go back this little trail here, this North Country Trail that we know, we've done. Gonna try to bang it out, get through it as fast as possible so we can get over to the Greenwood Trail and get our butts home, guys. Kind of nice having Archer's Fork done though. Like I said, that's one more check off the list there, guys. Well, we stopped off at this campsite that we showed you a few days ago, and this is where we're having lunch for the day. It's not even 12:30. We've already done, what I say, 5.5, well, almost 6 miles for the day already. That's since 8 o'clock, so we're making pretty good time. We're getting ready. When we get done eating, we're going to go around the bend here and start up that massive incline that we talked about before. That's our last huge push for the day. There will be a smaller decline and incline over on the Greenwood Trail, but after that it's smooth sailing out of here, guys. So yeah, I think it's going to end up being a little bit more than 10 miles for the day though. We were kind of looking at the map just now, and I do believe it's probably going to be closer to 11, so you might break your record today.
Well, my record was 11.6.
And I may not hit that 0.6, so.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're gonna break her record, but we're gonna be pretty darn close. And yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm pretty beat today. We're powering through it, but I'm tired. I'm definitely kind of ready to go home and relax a little bit. Where we haven't had as many trips, I'm not as conditioned as I was this time last year, so it kind of stinks. And I think one thing that's kind of hurting too, I've mentioned it before, the neuroma in my foot, it flared up this morning. I stepped on a rock wrong and the rock shifted, and that, basically, if that was my foot, that neuroma is between the ring finger and the pinky finger, but only the toes. And when I did that, they both kind of splayed up really hard. And yeah, it's painful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of happy to be getting out of here today because I can get home and relax that and rest that. I probably wouldn't be doing nowhere near as bad if it wasn't for that previous injury that happened over a year ago. It just flares up occasionally. It got me this time. I wasn't ready for it, so. But yeah, we're going to power through this big incline and get out of here. And I think you've done finished eating, have you? My food's still soaking. I had to cook my food, so unfortunately I'm going to take a few more minutes. We're going to filter all of our water back up, make sure we have enough water to get out of here, and then I don't think we'll have to filter again. We should be able to get out of here without having to filter.
Probably.
Because that'll give us, between the two of us, almost 5 liters of water, so we should be good to get out of here with that. And at most we have 5.5 miles right now. I don't think we have quite that much, but we'll see.
So, what are you having for lunch today?
I have dehydrated spaghetti. Nothing spectacular.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just ate ramen like I normally do, because I like eating the ramen raw when I'm on trail, so I don't cook it, and it's not necessarily like an actual soup. It's more of a just slab of noodles with powder on it.
Pretty much.
It's pretty good to me. I enjoy eating it. It is just kind of like, at times, like the chicken one, because this was my first time having the chicken one actually on trail. It was super salty, and like it was just like really concentrated with that salt, and it actually made it kind of hard to eat. So.
Yeah, I don't even do ramen, so it doesn't matter. I don't do it raw. I don't do it cooked. I just don't care for it. So. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and eat lunch. We're gonna get packed up what little bit we had to unpack, and then we're gonna knock out this big incline. Because I figure once we get through that, that'll be our last big thing for the day. I mean, we do have the smaller decline and incline up on the Greenwood Trail, but it looks really gradual. It looks probably more like it's gonna be switched back pretty decent. It's not gonna be extremely hard, I don't think, and it's only like 175 feet, maybe 200 feet. So it's not like. Yeah, you saw that happen. I got hit in the head with something. I don't know if it was a leaf or just floated down and popped. Anyway, I'm not sure how hard that is going to be, but regardless, that last incline there is our last for the trip, and we'll be going up flat for a little bit and then down the hill to the car. That'll be really awesome. See the family tonight. Get a good shower.
Yes.
Maybe 4 of them.
We might need it, man, to be honest.
We'll have to wash our clothes like 3 times. Then have to respray them with permethrin. Well, we just finished that incline that we had talked about. And yeah, it was literally 8 to 9/10 of a mile. Pretty much straight up. Crossing the road again here at this second Scenic River Trailhead. We'll go right over here and hit the trail. Descending pretty much. I mean, I think there's a little bit of rolling up here at the top. Then we'll descend down to where we camped the first night, and we'll be on our way out of here, guys. Doing pretty good. It's just now about 2 o'clock, and we're rocking and rolling, even though, I've got the little problem in my foot, and it's starting to get pretty hot, but we're going to just pound through this so we can get home, guys. I mean, there's no reason we can't make it now. Look, somebody propped up some poles right there. It's kind of funny. And this is that trailhead. I'm not sure if I showed you last time, but Okay, that's the North Country Trail. We're going this way to the Scenic River, Greenwood.
Yep.
So yeah, we're definitely making it pretty good time here. We probably have less than 5 miles, definitely, at this point in time. No reason we can't make it back to the car in plenty of time to head home.
I mean, yeah, by the time we get home, maybe in a little bit of.
It's a little campsite right over there, right here on the trailhead, guys. I didn't notice that the first time we come through, but yeah, just a small one. Got a little fire ring, couple of logs laying down. But we of course have done part of this trail too. But we're heading down to our first campsite that we camped at on day 1. So it's kind of neat. Foot doesn't feel too bad on flat. It's the inclinations that's really hurting me.
Yeah.
So you gotta flex that foot so much, especially when you're knees to chest.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to beat the rain too. They were calling for a chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. I think we did hear thunder once, about an hour and a half ago, something like that. But the sun's kind of intermittently coming between clouds, so we're hoping we can beat any amount of rain and everything and get out of here before we have to see rain again.
There's a car.
Yeah. Going down, I think that's Route 9 right there, back there, where that trailhead is.
Or Route 7 maybe?
No, Route 7's where we're at.
Oh, right.
Watch that stump. But yeah, definitely a pretty afternoon, guys. We've really enjoyed hiking this trail. Well, not so much the North Country Trail. It's a bear, but we've enjoyed being out here regardless, and definitely being able to do it a day early, get out of here a day early. I'm really happy with that because, like I said, we had planned on the 4 nights, but we wanted to do it in 3 and try to push ourselves. I think we're going to be able to do that, barring any complications going forward. But this should be pretty much flat and downhill to our campsite, guys. Pretty little forest. Really digging it. Loved Archer's Fork. Archer's Fork was blasted. You know, it definitely had a couple of inclines that were beastly, but still real fun to be up on it. So guys, we made the realization when we come off that trailhead just a few minutes ago, we were supposed to take the North Country Trail and not come the direction we did. So unfortunately, we actually came to a junction that we'd already seen, and we're basically going out the way we came in now. It's about 2.3 miles from here. We'll be back to the car. So we did miss a part of the trail. Unfortunately, we kind of just got turned around on which way we were supposed to go. So, but yeah.
I mean, like, we were supposed to go on Greenwood, just not yet.
Yeah, we were supposed to go the North Country to Greenwood, and we took straight up going down to the Greenwood Trail. Basically was that trail going out that direction there. And we actually come through here and took the Greenwood Trail there that way. So we kind of got turned around, and we ended up probably cutting, probably maybe in 1.5 miles off our trip today.
Yeah.
Something like that. We'll figure out the mileage when we get to the car. But still nice and breezy, so that's really helping with the heat. And honestly, we have this inclination here. We're going to get up to top of that ridge, and for the most part it'll be flat, and then we go down the ridge that you saw as we come up when we first started the trip. So kind of a downer. I'm kind of disappointed we didn't go the way we wanted to, but I'm certainly not going to backtrack, because it would add about 2 miles to today. And no, you know, I didn't want to cut the miles, but I didn't want to add to it either. So, and plus we've already done a good portion of that trail there. So we're gonna go out this way, and we're gonna get to the car, guys. Yeah, guys, we finished up the hike. We were coming down the hill there, that last incline, you know, it was the decline we were coming down. The incline when we first started, we were coming down that 575 foot decline. It rolled in this massive thunderstorm. We both got kind of wet. Alex has dried off a little bit. We had an extra towel that we were able to use to dry off some. My shirt's just now starting to dry real decent. But unfortunately, we didn't video much coming out because of that. The sun's back out now. It was just one of those fast rolling thunderstorms that you get. We were trying to get off the hill because it was lightning. It was pretty loud. But we were able to get down here. We're at the trailhead now. Got everything kind of put in the trunk and ready to go home. Going to head home. That was a great trip. Definitely enjoyed Archer's Fork and everything. Glad you guys were able to tag along with us. Anything you got to say?
Yeah, I would add on, yeah, it's a really good trail. I enjoyed it. But I did wear a bandana at the beginning of this trip, and I did not like it because it was very thick, and with me wearing glasses this trip, it did not go with anything because it was really thick and it pushed everything around. So I'll know for next time.
Yeah, well, you always try out new equipment. If you decide you don't like it, that's how it goes. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and head home. We got about a 4-hour drive. I looked at the weather. It's actually supposed to come in another band of thunderstorms. We're going to drive through that, so that's going to be fun. Looking for something to eat, maybe some burgers or pizza or something. Want my Diet Coke like always. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and head out. You guys, if you've enjoyed the video, check out my Facebook, my Instagram. We'll post them right here so you can check those out. We'll have some extra additional videos and pictures for all of our trips we do. And like I've always said, definitely if you've enjoyed the video, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you on the trail in the next video, guys. Always remember to live your grand adventure to the fullest.